Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a couple weeks. I got sick the week of Thanksgiving. And when I tell you, I have no idea what it was. I had the worst sore throat. Like I was wincing in pain every time I was swallowing. It was awful. It lasted for like 2 weeks, but the rest of me felt fine. But we're back. Today's video is going to be a little bit of a different style. I have some other videos that I want to try to get ahead of. But to do that, I need to do my makeup. So I'm going to do my makeup while we talk about today's topic, which, if you saw the title, it is about the fact that not everybody has to like you. This is something that I struggled with probably up until last year or the year before. So it's been like a lifelong journey for me so far. And I just really want to share with you guys like how important it is to realize that not everyone has to like you. Not everyone is going to like you. So let's talk about how to cope with it. So, as we're going through this topic, obviously I am not a makeup girly. I used to be. Actually, when I first started my YouTube channel, you guys think it was just earlier this year. I actually started this YouTube channel. Oh my gosh, I think I was like 18 or 19, and I wanted to be a beautuber, as Jenna Marbles would say. It did not do well and it did not last long. I'm not awful at makeup, but I definitely just don't wear it as much. But I tried out a new foundation for Thanksgiving, because I still just wanted to like feel put together while we had our Thanksgiving. That way I didn't feel, no, I felt awful. So that way I didn't look as awful as I felt. I also saw Soph Does Nails, or she's now Soph Does Life, but I love her so much. I watched her video and she did the coolest eyeshadow look, and I'm going to do it today. So we're going to see how that turns out. But I'll just be quickly mentioning the products that I use. So I'm just going to start off with the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, the niacinamide one. I actually really like this. Doesn't make my makeup stay on longer. I don't know. I should have grabbed a mirror, huh? It's fine. Before we start talking about today's topic, I actually have a couple of updates. I have two good updates and one like kind of sad update that I'm really just beating myself up over. So I'm going to start with the bad ones so that way we can talk about the good ones and maybe make myself feel a little better. I don't know. So, as I've said in either my first or my last video, I've been taking my social media seriously for the past year. When I say social media, I mean mainly TikTok. The concealer that I use is the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate. I only bought this because my Ulta was out of the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. Is that what it's called? That one's my all-time favorite, but this one's not bad. So I've learned that I really like content creation. Whether it's for me or whether it's creating content for my job that I currently work at, there's just something about the side of content creation that is so much fun. And so there was a job posting that popped up for a social media manager for a local social media management agency here in town. I was like, this is perfect. This is exactly what I want. They reached out to me. I had an interview with one person, and then I had an interview with one of the co-owners. They had me do like a mock-up week social media content planner kind of thing. And then after I submitted that, they had me do another interview with one of the other co-owners, and all of it seemed like it was going really good. And then I didn't get it. So, I'm pretty disappointed because that's just another thing of like, okay, well, what do I do now? I'm kind of just taking that as my sign that maybe social media management isn't my journey. Maybe just social media in general is. Or who knows? Maybe social media is not my journey at all. But I'm never going to know until I try. Maybe that was just the push I needed in the right direction. I've kind of been beating myself up over that, and I know I shouldn't. It's like when you come across like kind of like your dream job and then you don't get it, but you've gone through like all the hoops, it's a little disappointing. Okay, so the foundation that I tried for Thanksgiving was the Maybelline Superstay 24-Hour Skin Tint. I know you've literally seen every single person on TikTok use this. It is so worth it. Like, not only is this probably, I'm sure it's not going to look like it on camera, but not only is this the best color match I have ever had, but for this being like a serum foundation, my skin has never done well with serum foundations. Incredible. Incredible. Okay, also I got this super cute, like, little puffy thing. It's from Real Techniques. It's got their Miracle Sponge on one side, and then it has a little powder puff, on the other side. And it just makes me feel really fancy. So anyway, so I was feeling really down on myself, and then, I actually got a comment on one of my videos that said, they really liked the idea of my little, like, journey to 30, and they liked my personality and that I should keep making content. So, that was like just a comment I feel like I needed to see. Kind of like pushed me in that right direction of like, okay, yeah, maybe I should keep making content. Okay, next I'm going in with my crusty, dusty little elf contour. So, anyways, on to more fun news. So I did get a couple like goals knocked off my list that I definitely didn't think I would hit this year. So I had a video go very, very, very slightly viral on TikTok, but it got me into the creator creativity program beta. I don't know, whatever the thing on TikTok is called. Not me forgetting some of my contour. So that's cool. I can't wait to make a few pennies off of that. Look, honestly, I just want to be able to say I did it. That's all. Whether or not it makes any kind of money for me, I really don't care. So if any of you that are watching this are like smaller creators that haven't been like that haven't gotten into the YouTube partner program, I haven't either. But they did change some of their requirements. So, you can start doing like memberships, which is kind of nice. I kind of think of it as like if somebody didn't want to stream on Twitch and they wanted to stream on YouTube instead, they could subscribe to their YouTube channel like they would on Twitch and have like emotes or whatever. Which is not necessarily my plan right at this moment. But anyway, so I did hit that little milestone. So that's really cool. That's exciting. That's just one step closer to my goals. The liquid blush that I used is just from LA Girl. If you need a good liquid blush, these are great. They're just like a moussey consistency. Next I'm gonna go in and conceal. I'm gonna use the Urban Decay Stay Naked Quickie Concealer. This one's really cool because it has like a little brush at the top. Now, this product was sent to me by Urban Decay, which I literally can't even believe I'm saying that. But I've used it a few times and I do actually really like it. All right, let's jump into today's topic. Let's talk about it. And if you're a people pleaser, you probably clicked on this video for a reason. Listen, not everyone has to like you. Not everyone is going to like you. And that kind of validation doesn't get you anything. It's not going to get you a promotion at work. It's not going to make you more money unless maybe you're in sales. It's not gonna make your life easier or any better. I am terrified to blend out this concealer because, my camera stopped recording because I was out of storage, so I've been trying to figure out how to make more room on my computer. Pray for me. Having people like you, if anything, is just going to be more exhausting than just living your life because existing is already exhausting. Like, that concealer is just so good, and even after sitting on my face for, probably, like, 10 minutes, she slays. I'm just gonna add a little bit of moisture back to my face with the Super Dewy Fix from Makeup Revolution. And then I am gonna set my under eyes with the e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder. I love this stuff. I am very much a Maybelline Fit Me kind of girly, but man, this is so good. So let me tell you a little bit about my journey with realizing that not everyone is gonna like you and not everybody has to like you. So back when I was working in retail, I was a retail manager for about 5 years. Everything looks crazy right now, but I promise it won't. Just trust the process. It may actually end up looking terrible. Who knows? So when I was working in this retail store, I was lucky enough to work in a store that was very energetic, very outgoing. We were all just like really loud. I'm literally just using a dark brown eyeshadow for my eyebrows. I normally use the NYX brow gel or brow glue or whatever. I have no idea where either one is at. I have the dark brown espresso one and I have the clear one. Both of them are gone. So because my store was just so outgoing and fun, like I really enjoyed going to work. I loved my job at the time. I literally just got to play dress up with people for a living. Like, who wouldn't love that? At this point in my story, I was working on getting to the point where I was going to be able to manage my own store. And so I was just kind of waiting, for one to come up in an area that I wanted or whatever. But my area and my district manager had invited me to go work at their store for a month. Okay, a month. And obviously, being the people pleaser I am, I said yes, even though it was 4 hours away. Now, normally, this is not an important part of the story at all. And I would love to break down just this entire experience I had at this store. I look like I have no upper lip. I'm sorry. I'm not going to fix it until I do my lips. Okay, now time for eyes. This is what I'm thinking. Am I going to be able to execute it? I'm going to say probably not, but we're going to try. But normally when you travel, I feel like this is with any company, they pay for you to stay in a hotel. I was staying at my district manager's house paying rent for 3 months longer than I should have been there. So I just want to add like that on top of all of this. Anyways, the best way that I can describe my experience in this store was like I was a sheep walking into the wolf's den. Now, this is not to say that I did absolutely nothing wrong. I was perfect in this situation. No, I look back and I realize that I had a very obnoxious personality at the time because that's how my store was. My first day there, my area and district manager were both out of the store. How convenient. And the team there had told me they did not like me. They did not like my personality and they did not enjoy working with me. So that, like kind of on your first day in this store, it's in the top 10 of this company. I'm 4 hours away from home. I'm paying rent somewhere. And then I am just told that nobody in this store likes me. Maybe exposure therapy that I didn't ask for, I guess. So I had actually worked at this store before for like tax-free weekend and stuff. So this team knew me and there was never an issue before. So that's why like I was really excited to go to this store and work there with people I had worked with before that I really enjoyed working with. But obviously when you're just working a weekend with someone, it's completely different than working an entire like multiple shifts with somebody. So after that, just kind of having to work every day in a town where I didn't know anybody. I wasn't even allowed to be friends with anybody that worked at the store, but nobody wanted to be friends with me anyways. Now, I do want to say, just in case anybody that worked with me in the past does come across this video, God, I really hope not. There was a handful of people in the store that did make my time less miserable there. And I just want to say thank you with all of my heart. The people that made me feel welcome and made me feel like a part of the team and made me feel useful, you guys stick out in my head, I promise, more than the negativity. So I literally just had to come to the realization that if I let these people just really tear me down like they were kind of, trying to, whether or not it was intentional, I had to come to the understanding that if I let these people get to me, they win. And like I'm competitive. That's why I was in sales. So no, you can't win. So I went in every day and just did the best that I could because I wasn't there to please them. I was there to show my worth to the company. I was there to learn from my area and district manager, and I was there to go in and show what I can do. That's what I was there for. I wasn't there to make these other people like me. And so that was really my big turning point of just realizing that people liking me or people not liking me, I cannot let that affect my job, my money. I can't let that affect any part of my life because guess what? Now that I'm back in my town, I haven't seen or heard from any of them probably like since that year. There were a couple people, a couple of the handful of people, that were really wonderful, that still reached out every once in a while, but even them, I haven't talked to in a few years. Now, I know what you're probably thinking because this is literally the same thing as like, well, just stop being anxious, stop being depressed. And I'm not telling you to stop being a people pleaser because a part of you will never get rid of that habit. I still have that habit, but I've learned how to control it. And having a YouTube short go viral that just men did not like, that was also a lot of fun. And that, kind of has brought back these feelings of, oh my God, I need these people to like me. No, I don't. I literally don't. So let's talk about how I learned how to control it, because this has been the biggest game changer for me, and this I practice with a lot of other things in my life, like even my mental health. And the easiest way I can explain it is just start listening to your body. Your body gives you is they your body gives you signals of when you're uncomfortable or when your body can feel that like something is just not right. So, for example, when comments are rolling in on my two YouTube shorts that I have that have quite a lot of views, I can feel I feel it in my body. For me personally, my body gets really hot and really tingly, almost like you can feel a panic attack coming on, but it doesn't go that far. And it's kind of like you're just stuck in that limbo state. That is my trigger that my people pleasing side is coming out, and I don't want it to, obviously. And so once I kind of started learning those triggers, I can listen to them and I can just kind of like sit and I can breathe. There is a really good technique that I found on TikTok. Obviously, take everything with a grain of salt, do your own research. So far, this isn't going exactly like I thought it was going to, but I saw this technique on TikTok. It's I'm not 100% sure what it's called. I call it in my head the 5-second rule. So when I can like feel something starting, or even when I am like, okay, I know I need to get up and do this, but I really don't want to, I'll sit there, I'll count to 5, and then I'll just get up and do it. Some days are harder than others. Let's be real. Not every single time that you do this, it's going to stop you from feeling a certain way or, making a certain decision that you maybe wouldn't do if, you stopped that habit in its tracks. And I am not a mental health professional. This is not health advice. This is not medical advice. Obviously, if you feel like you are having real issues and they are affecting your life, please go see a doctor. But that's just been something that's kind of helped me start to realize when my body is doing that people pleaser thing when I really don't want it to. Another thing that helps me kind of get out of that headspace of everybody needs to like me is I just really try to remind myself people in my life that I know for a fact like me, like my best friend and my boyfriend and my family. That's it. And that's fine with me. I am terrified this is about to turn into a hot mess because we all know how Black Eyeshadow doesn't like to cooperate very well. But so what if Jane in the office down the hallway doesn't like me? Okay. How often do I see Jane? Not often. So now here's the other thing. I am a very big advocate of if something wrong is happening, if somebody is being just awful to you for no reason and actually making your life miserable, say something. There's a huge difference between not caring about if somebody likes you or not and having somebody that is actually like causing you pain in your life. And if somebody is causing you pain, that is not something to ignore. Please say something. All right, so my creases are two different shapes. I said I wasn't a makeup girly. So, if you're watching this and you are also a people pleaser, I feel for you. exhausting, and it's something that takes a while to train yourself to stop doing. And, I know a lot of this is easier said than done. Everything is. And I want to remind you that I'm not telling you to just stop being a people pleaser because as much as we wish it was that easy, I think we all know it's not. I think one of the biggest things that would go through my mind every time I just thought somebody didn't like me, I thought it was because I wasn't good enough. I thought it was because my personality wasn't fun enough. I thought it was because maybe I wasn't a good worker. But I am here to tell you that that is not the case whatsoever. I know I'm a good human being. I'm always going to take care of every single person that's around me. But I'm also at the point where I am going to take care of those around me who deserve it. I am really hoping once I get lashes on that like this just stops. But while I wait for my eyelash glue to dry, let's do lips. I think I'm going to go in with my NYX Shine Loud in Global Citizen. Okay, I'm going to go in with mascara really quick while my eyelashes are still kind of setting. I'm using the MAC Stack. I got this as my birthday gift from Ulta. I've only used it once. I don't know how I feel about it yet. I will say I believe it's a tubing mascara, so it's really easy to get off, which is really nice. I am never one to like dog on a product that much. But if you ever see this Lash Couture Super Flex eyelash adhesive from Kiss, do not get it. I have never been so pissed off by an eyelash glue, but for some reason I can't find any of my other ones. So like I I'm constantly just having to make it work. Yeah, I could go get a new one. Just save yourself the time and money. Do not buy that one. It is awful. And I'm so sorry because I love Kiss. I use their nails, I use their lashes, I use everything. And it's like, do you see? It's supposed to be clear, but what is this? Why can you see? And like part of it's just like already coming up. It's so frustrating. Do you see that? Like the entire lash just came off. I'm just gonna add a tiny bit of contour. I am using the same contour I've literally had since I was like 22. And I'm going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter palette. I am not showing it to you. I accidentally showed it on camera and it was disgusting. Look, nothing's happened yet to my skin from using old products. So until it does, I'm going to keep using these products. I'm like trying to make it look like more blended and I just don't think it's going to get any better. So just don't look that close, okay? We're just going to move on. So, all of that being said, I just want you guys to remember that you're going to come across people that your personality is not going to mesh with, your thoughts and opinions are not going to mesh with, to the point where you guys probably just aren't going to like each other. And it is not worth the effort to try and make them like you. Because the people that I tried to make like me in the past, are they currently in my life? Nope. I can't even remember half of the people that I was such a people pleaser for. So that is all I have for today's video. Will we be doing another get ready with me like this? Seeing as how this turned out, I really don't know. I knew I should have just done a normal eye look. Anyways, stay tuned for my next video. If you guys have anything that you guys want to talk about or want to hear about, leave them down in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed the little festive Christmas in the background. I actually had a whole vlog of putting this up and then I got sick. So it's just lost footage. Bummer, but it also wasn't that exciting. So okay, I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure to follow me on all my social to stay up to date with me. And thank you guys so much for watching.